Hello and welcome to the show with me, JP. I'm back and I'm cold, so I'm wearing a hat. Let's go on with the show. So the first bit of news today is that Metro Last Light will be getting its third DLC pack, the developer pack, which is going to be released on September 17th. So tomorrow, if you're watching this video when I release it, or some point in the past, or today if you're watching the video afterwards. The DLC adds a shooting range that allows you to look at any weapon in the game, along with any attachment combo that you'd like to try for any of those weapons, which is pretty cool. There's also an AI arena being introduced to the game in which players can face off against the scum and villainy of the Metro universe, as long as create custom battles between soldiers and mutants, in which they'll kind of compete to complete various challenges and so forth. Also, you'll get a new side mission, new side solo mission called the Spider's Nest, which will put you against a crapload of spiders, I can imagine, in some catacomb-like places, with nothing but the clothes on your back, a lighter, and a flamethrower, which is a new weapon being introduced in this DLC pack. And last but not least, you'll get access to the Metro Museum, in which you can look at all of those horrible monsters and soldiers alike in all their grisly, gory detail. The pack is going to run you a pretty reasonable $3.99, €3.99 or £3.19. Or if you've already bought the season pass, then it's the third out of 4 free DLC installments that you'll get with that. In other news, Titanfall, the upcoming FPS mechish, free-running-ish game from Respawn, tries to combine epic multiplayer combat with story-driven set pieces. I'm crazy interested in seeing how this game plays out. From the look of it, it does seem a little COD-esque, but obviously the giant mechs stomping around the battlefield and the free-running throw a bit of a spanner in that metaphor. Metaphorically speaking. Aha! I'm kind of curious how they intend to accomplish the story meets multiplayer bit. The only game that immediately springs to mind when I think of that combination is Brink, which, kind of, apart from the terrible game-breaking bugs on Xbox and kind of terrible performance graphic-wise on PC, kind of stood up pretty well with a story-pushed multiplayer. Obviously, it kind of all receded into the background when shooting guys became the main objective and just, getting experience and unlocking stuff for classes and all that jazz. So keeping the story fresh, I guess, is what I'd like to see the most from Titanfall, rather than it being, this map, you do this story, where you're running away from these guys or you're attacking these guys if you're the other team. It would be cool to see some variety between maps. You're not always doing the same mission on a select number of maps. So not just with map packs coming in and introducing new stuff, but actually varying up what happens on each map. So maybe you see a different bit of it, or the focus of one mission is on a different bit of the map than it would be if you were doing another story mission on the same map. It will move you around a bit more and let you explore the world like you would in a single-player game, whilst obviously pitting you against actual players. But it's nice to see a shooter that's not just about scoring crazy headshots and all that jazz and showing the mad skills you have, like the mad skills it takes to desperately hold on to your virginity and high squeaky voice. Looking at you, Sephiroth X. I really, really hope that they can pull this off, and I'm really looking forward to seeing it, and will definitely play it myself. Another slight problem I do have with it is that I can't think of many occasions where an epic last stand from a dying soldier in a war-torn landscape can be made better by someone telling me what they did with my mother last night. Looking at you, XX, sick headshots 69 XX. And last but not least, with the recent-ish and somewhat meh release of the Ouya, a new combatant has entered the arena in the form of the Gamestick. You want a stick you can play with? Well, I got one for you, ladies. Yeah, that's right. That's right. I don't know why I specified ladies, actually, because anyone can play with it. It's unisex. Weighing in at roughly the same size as your run-of-the-mill USB thumb drive, the specs are pretty reasonable. 1 GB of DDR3 memory and 8 gigs of flash storage for your video games. The stick itself and its average size controller are designed to be taken with you on the go, to be plugged into TVs and various other USB-based devices like computers and all that jazz. My question is, although it's more portable, is there anything that really separates it from the Ouya? When you have an Android phone to play Android games on, what place does this really have? And wasn't it the lack of games that's kind of scuppered the Ouya up to this point? Personally, there's going to have to be a lot more developer interest in this kind of system before I touch it with a barge pole. That's it for the news! Thank you very much for watching. This was episode 2 of, I think I've called it Talks Games, or JP Talks Games or something now, which is, a kind of crap name. I might think of something else. Who knows? We'll see. But thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed this, then please like and subscribe. I'm going to have some more Half-Life 2 up this week. I'm thinking of starting Bioshock. I'm going to start my reviews. And I'm going to start doing some Guild Wars 2 Machinima, which could be interesting. So, yeah, as I said, like and subscribe if you enjoyed this. And keep an eye out. There might be some cool stuff in the future. But thanks for watching now. And I'll see you soon!
This day is grim, it's raining, what wonderful weather for gaming.